Chapter 2. Our Gang's Bloody Oath. We went tiptoeing along a path back toward the garden right by the kitchen. I fell over a root and made a noise. We crouched and kept still. Miss Watson's big slave named Jim was on the kitchen doorstep. We could see him pretty well because there was a light behind him. He got up and stretched his neck out listening. Then he said, "Who dare?" He listened some more. Then he tiptoed down and stood right by us. We could have touched him nearly. For minutes and minutes there wasn't a sound, and we all there so close together. A place on my ankle got to itching, but I didn't dare scratch it. Then my ear got to itching, and next my back, right between my shoulders. I thought I'd die if I couldn't scratch. Pretty soon Jim said, "Say, who is you? Where is you? Dog my cats if I didn't hear something. Well, I was going to sit down and listen till I hears it again." He got down on the ground, leaned his back up against a tree, and stretched his legs out. One of them almost touched me. Then my nose got to itching. Soon I was itching in 11 different places, but I didn't dare scratch. I set my teeth hard and tried to stand it. After a while, Jim went to breathing hard, and next he was snoring. Tom made a sign to me, and he crawled away on our hands and knees. Pretty soon we stood up and cut along the path around the garden fence. Then we went on, and by we fetched up on the top of the steep hill on the other side of town. Here we looked away down into St. Petersburg. We could see 3 or 4 lights twinkling, maybe where somebody was sick. And down by the village was the Mississippi River, a whole mile broad, still and grand. We went down the hill into the tan yard. There we found Joe Harper and Ben Rogers and 2 or 3 more of the boys waiting for us. We untied a boat and pulled down the river, 2 miles to the big scar on the hillside, and went ashore. We went to a clump of bushes. Tom stopped there and made everybody swear to keep secret. Then he showed them a hole in the hill, right in the thickest part of the bushes. We lit some candles that Tom had brought and crawled in on our hands and knees. We went about 200 yards, and then the cave opened up into a kind of room, all damp and sweaty and cold. There we stopped, and Tom said, "Now we will start this band of robbers and call it Tom Sawyer's Gang. Everybody that wants to join has got to take an oath and write his name in blood." Everybody was willing, so Tom got out a sheet of paper that he had the oath on and read the oath. It swore every boy to stick to the band and never to tell any of the secrets, and if any person ever did anything to anybody in the band, whichever boy was ordered to kill that person and his family must do it, and he mustn't eat or sleep till he had killed them and hacked a cross in their breasts, which was the sign of the band. And if anybody in the band told the secrets, he must have his throat cut and have his body burnt up and the ashes scattered all around, and his name would be blotted off the list with blood and never mentioned again by the gang. Everybody said it was a beautiful oath. Tom said he got it out of pirate books and robber books. He said every gang that was high-toned had that kind of oath. Some thought we ought to kill the family of any boy that told the secrets. Tom said that was a good idea. He took a pencil and wrote it into the oath. Then Ben Rogers said, "Here's Huck Finn. He hasn't got a family. What you going to do about him?" "Well, he got a father," said Tom Sawyer. "Yes, but you can't ever find him these days. He used to be always around somewhere drunk, but he hasn't been seen in these parts for a year or more." They talked it over. I thought it was going to be ruled out. They said if everybody didn't have a family to kill, it wouldn't be fair and square to the boys that did. I was ready to cry. But all at once I thought of something. I offered them Miss Watson. They could kill her. Everybody said, "Oh, she'll do. Huck can come in." "Now," said Ben Rogers, "what is the line of business of this gang?" "Nothing, only robbery and murder," Tom said. "What are we going to rob? Houses or cattle or stuff?" "Stealing cattle is not robbery but burglary," said Tom. "We are not burglars. There's no style to that. We are highwaymen. We stop stages and carriages on the road with masks on and kill the people and take their watches and money." "Must we always kill the people?" "Oh, certainly. It will be the best to kill them, except some that we bring to the cave here and keep till they are ransomed." "Ransom? What's that?" "I don't know, but that's what they do. I've seen it in books." "But how can we do it if we don't know what it is?" "Why, blame it all, we got to do it. They all do it. Do you want to go to doing different and get things all muddled up?" "Oh, that's all very fine to say, Tom Sawyer, but how in the nation are these fellows going to be ransomed if we don't know how to do it then?" "Well, I don't know. Maybe it means that we keep them till they are dead." "Keep them till they are ransomed to death, eating up everything and always trying to get loose?" "How you talk, Ben Rogers. How can they get loose when we have a guard over them, ready to shoot them down if they move a peg?" A guard, so somebody has to stay up all night and never get any sleep just to watch them? I think that's foolishness. Why can't we take a club and ransom them as soon as they get here? Because that's not the way it's done in the books. Now, Ben Rogers, do you want to do things in the regular way or not? Oh, all right, I don't mind. Say, do we kill the women too? Kill the women? No, nobody ever saw anything in the books like that. You bring them to the cave as polite as pie, and by they fall in love with you and never want to go home anymore. Mighty soon the cave will be so cluttered up with women and fellows waiting to be ransomed, there won't be any room for the robbers. But go ahead, have it your own way. Little Tommy Barnes was asleep now. When they waked him up, he was scared and cried. He said he wanted to go home to his ma and didn't want to be a robber. They all made fun of him and called him a crybaby. That made him mad, and he said he would go straight and tell all the secrets. Tom paid him 5 cents to keep quiet. Then Tom said we would all go home and meet next week and rob somebody and kill some people. Ben Rogers said he wanted to begin next Sunday. He said Sunday was the only day he would be free. But all the boys said it would be wicked to rob and kill on Sunday, and that settled that. They agreed to get together and fix a day as soon as they could. They elected Tom Sawyer first captain and Joe Harper second captain of the gang. Then we started home. I climbed up the shed and crept into my window just before daybreak. I had got my new clothes all dirty with clay, and I was dog tired.